There are many birds that call Mississippi home. Some of those birds live here year-round, and some of them live here on a seasonal basis. Some of the birds that gardeners and homeowners and Mississippi citizens value the most are our resident birds like cardinals and mockingbirds, but also those birds that show up during the summer. And today we're going to be looking at one of those that show up during the summer and begin to migrate in late summer back to the tropics. The ruby-throated hummingbird is a tiny little bird that feeds on nectar and on some insects that are in the flowers. They depend on many different kinds of flowers that produce abundant nectar. And gardeners and Mississippi citizens can provide for these little birds by wise forest management, but also by encouraging the plants that they need in their yards. Another way that we encourage hummingbirds and we help them along the way is that we feed them. Hummingbird feeders are available from a lot of different sources, commercial sources online, as well as stores in your local town. And what we do is we mix a sugar water ingredient, usually about 3 to 4 parts water to 1 part sugar. Now I cheat just a little bit during the summer and the fall of the year when the birds are getting ready to migrate south for thousands of miles to the tropics and the warmer areas of this country, and also down in South and Latin America. I cheat just a little bit and I mix a little bit more sugar, and I can get about 1 cup of sugar to 2.5 cups of water to dissolve, and that's what I do because they're trying to gain weight to go south. And when you think about a little bitty bird whose heart beats hundreds and hundreds of times per minute to power wings that you cannot even see, just a whir of wings, they need a lot of calories. They have to eat every 15 minutes, and so if you're going to feed hummingbirds, you need to keep the sugar water clean. You need to change it out frequently. And then another question that we often get is whether or not I should stop feeding the hummingbirds in August. I'm so afraid I'm going to keep them from migrating and they won't make it out of the south before the cold temperatures get here. But we need to keep feeding them because what we're doing is we're providing for the transients that may come through late. And we're going to have different birds coming through over time. And I even keep my feeders out in October and November because there have been bird people bird experts who have reported the occurrence of some different species of hummingbirds being here in the winter. So although summer and spring, beginning about March, all the way through October is a time we'll see hummingbirds at feeders and at flowers in our yards, we can keep those feeders out, keep them stocked with good sugar water, plant good flowers and depend on next flowers to come in to feed them, and we can keep hummingbirds in our yard for really quite a few months in Mississippi.